What modern trend do you absolutely hate? The fact that everything is a fucking ad. Subscription services. Everything nowadays is being turned into a monthly bill. Pretty soon you're going to have to subscribe to keep your artificial organs functioning. Influencers and recording of people, animals in distress. Those stupid fucking reaction videos where someone is pointing at another video and nodding their head or overemphasizing their facial expressions. It drives me nuts. How pathetic do you have to be? News agencies writing articles about all these people are saying X when it's just a few random people on Twitter. And generally the trend of amplifying fringe theories, beliefs, conspiracies, etc. Clickbait titles. The abundance of people trying to be influencers, streamers. While the majority of them are about as interesting as a boil. Social media umbrella and what it's doing to this and future generations. Just off the top of my head. Ignorant echo chambers. The desperation of attention or clout. The views, follows, friends obsession. False information. Trolling. I'm sure there is more. The abundance of unskippable ads on videos. I 100% guarantee I will actively try to not buy your product if you're interrupting what little precious time I have to watch something. Corporations buying single-family homes and turning them into rentals. Here's my old man yells at cloud opinion. I hate those videos with a split screen and something interesting is happening on one half, while an influencer is literally just watching on the other half. I do not give a single fuck about the influencer. I just want to see the thing on the other side. You know, the thing worth reacting to. All controls in a car being through a touchscreen. And #X200B. For driving safety I want to keep my eyes on the road. And want to find controls, like window wipers. Radio, OK in-car audio podcast, by touch. With a touchscreen I have to look to see if I am touching the right place on screen for the control I want to fob. Something terrible is happening right now. Those people totally need someone to help them. I gotta get it on video. Trend. I hate not being able to watch videos without an ad, sponsor, or being told to like, comment, and subscribe. Which is ironic since you can't even comment on a lot of videos anymore. Puffy fake lips. I hate that modern news is no longer just an informational source of what is happening. It's turned into a talk show. News networks only cast people who have loud personalities and lean very hard one way politically. They only cast people to make the news more popular by finding cast that make you think, I wish I could hand out with them. News needs to be a neutral place to gather information to make a decision for yourself. It's not the fucking Wendy Williams show. We don't care how the anchor feels about it. We want facts and neutral information. Edit after having a lot of good conversations with y'all, I wish the consumers of news wanted more straightforward facts and non-bias information. I know that news networks love the views. But it seems to be more entertainment than news. Posting your entire life on social media. Inflation seems to be trending upward rapidly. When people get into fights with their and blast it all over their socials. No one cares that Brad cheated on you. PLS, get a life. Using mental health issues as an excuse for shitty behavior. Especially when it's a self-diagnosis. The subscription-based economy. This will be capitalism at its worst. When we are no longer able to own anything. Just rent and lease. Everything becoming monetized and for profit. Every hobby. Every social media account. Everything imaginable. Patreon this. Indigo go that. Hustle culture is the shittiest. Most burnout-inducing mindset a person could have. Recording giving stuff to the homeless for likes. We need to normalize X when X is something completely trivial and irrelevant. Like going to the movies alone. Whatever the majority of people does will be considered normal. Deviations from it are what's outside the norm. If you need everything you want to do outside the norm to be normalized. That's a you problem, not a society problem. People don't care. Just do your thing. People really don't care. And if some do, they're just random strangers. So you shouldn't care. Anti-right to repair. Data collection. Non-open source software, although some software is getting more open. Slamming people for things they did 30 years ago. People change. Times change. Worshipping politicians as if they were demigods. Companies with Facebook pages as their website. Giving out more personal info than necessary. Every online account wants my phone number, email, gender, full name, address, marital status, etc. I want to download an app and it wants access to everything. The app can take a picture. Now I want access to your complete gallery, contact list and call history. I go to a physical store to buy a computer and they want my zip code. I call customer service and they will record the conversation. Not even optional. Every stupid and dangerous TikTok trend. Everything being smart. I don't need my fridge and toaster and fucking door locks connected to the internet. Especially if I have to get up to use the thing anyway. Social media in general. TikTok. People taking excessive selfies. Everybody is suddenly an expert on politics, religion and science. Closed-mindedness to the point of foolishness and constantly wanting to fight on social media. People recording when they should be helping. NFTs. The normalization of ignorance. Many believe that the opinion of someone with no knowledge or background is as valid as someone who has studied and has gained expertise. Climate change, vaccine effectiveness, etc., etc., etc. Blaming whole generations for everything. I'm a millennial. My mom a boomer but is as poor as dirt. Don't even own a house. My youngest cousin are Gen Z. Oldest are Gen X. None of this is our fault. We're all in this shit together. We're all struggling. Romanticizing mental illnesses. Literally anything software-wise I purchase I don't even fucking own. If I buy a piece of software and hardware, I should be allowed to edit and own it to my heart's content. It's my property, so I should be allowed to do what I will with it. People using their phone at concerts to record, take pictures. Seems like it is everyone all the time. Takes me out of the moment, and sightlines are bad enough without everyone holding their phone over their head. Everything being subscription-based. Everything is done for profit. You can't find amateur YouTube videos anymore. You know those 30-second, 2-minute YouTube videos from 12 years ago titled, "Guy Does" or "Dog Wants," that were in 480p and have 8 million views? Type in anything like that now. All you get is top 10 inches videos made by studios that aren't entertaining in the slightest. Politics being someone's entire identity. I'm plenty old enough to remember being good friends with people and having no idea how they felt about political issues or for whom they voted. It just never came up. Everything is labeled as sustainable or eco-friendly but demonstrably isn't. HelloFresh, for example, markets their food this way. But how on earth is all of that packaging and then the process of delivering it to your door a sustainable or environmentally friendly option? Many people today claim to support the environment, and I'm sure they do, but then also purchase Amazon next-day shipping. Or maybe they grow 2 or 3 meals worth of vegetables on their balconies and then fly to Bali or wherever. As someone who works and has worked in the cattle industry his whole life, I'm no stranger to being told how evil or unsustainable my industry is. But it's the glaring hypocrisy that kills me. Hustle culture. TikTok ruining good songs. Oh, are you listening to that TikTok song? Excuse me. WTF did you just say? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Music on every other fucking IG and video out there. Husband and wife influencers and their never been seen before pranks on one another. Special mention to that other jingle, "That's just my baby dog, it never gets old." Not ever. I love it. Really I do. Talentless people becoming famous. Thinking sex needs to somehow be like a porn video. A reliance on the internet for so much of our social interactions. I'm not some Luddite when it comes to social media and modern tech. I don't struggle to understand how to use modern software and technology. I just have this sense of dread that psychologically, we're not built to handle it long-term as a species. I have neighbors I've never met. Yet I have friends in other states I haven't seen, or plan to see, visit, in 20 years that I talk to on a semi-regular basis. I wouldn't randomly start up a conversation in a grocery store or at the gas pump. But I'll have lengthy in-depth conversations with anonymous screennames, accounts across the globe. There's just a sense that it's some sort of irresponsible biohack to communicate and interact socially the way we do nowadays that's eventually going to bite us on the ass if it hasn't already. Microtransactions on everything. I want TikTok to die with a burning passion. It's where people go to become narcissists. It's a dopamine drug that silently ruins the people it ushers in. It's the opiate crisis of our generation. Treating ADHD as some sort of silly quirk rather than a serious and possibility debilitating neurodevelopmental disorder. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like. If you would like to see more content like this in the future, subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified about future videos. Now check out one of these interesting videos.